Hey, what's up? It's your boy, the Thedawgar. I am doing another ranked video. This one's a little bit different. I'm going to be ranking from worst to best Yakuza games. Um, the reason that I wanted to do a Yakuza game ranked, around the time when I was playing Kiwami 2, I really wanted to, I just wanted to make this video. I had the idea, and I'm like, okay, when I'm done this series, which really kind of motivated me through um, all of the games. Like, obviously, I had a lot of fun playing the games. I loved the games. I enjoyed the hell out of the games, but it set me on like a timeline that like I wanted to get this done soon because I wanted to make this video. I had this idea so long ago, and then it took me like a good 2 months after I made the last Yakuza stream to actually record this video. But then I was considering like, do I add Judgment games? Do I add Ishin when I play it? I'm not gonna add Judgment. Not gonna add Ishin. I'm just gonna have all the games in the main Yakuza universe, the main Yakuza series. So no Dead Souls, none of the PSP games, none of that. So to kick off the list, in dead last, Pirate Yakuza. Pirate Yakuza, while a really fun game and a really cool concept, I just found it really, really easy. I was playing on hard the entire time, just breezing through the game. It it was a good game. It wasn't really like a main game though. It was just another fun outing as Majima. There was no like emotional stakes. It was just a good time, and it was very easy. Uh yeah, so it's in last place for me because it kind of felt like a nothing game. And even though I had a ton of fun playing it, I think it's gonna have to go last. Next up, Yakuza 4. Yakuza 4 for me was it was kind of a low point in the series. It was still a good game, just like Pirate Yakuza. I think it was a ton of fun. Um, I loved playing as Akiyama. Uh, the introduction of Saejima was kind of cool. The plot was very convoluted. And there's a scene that we don't have to talk about with Saejima that I just hated. It turned me off of the entire series for a little bit. And, this game, it's not a great game. It's not a bad game, but it's definitely the worst mainline Yakuza game in my opinion. Next up, I've got Yakuza Kiwami 1. I was very conflicted putting this here because it has a phenomenal story. The thing is like there's not a lot to do besides the story. Cuz the Majima everywhere aspect of the game really annoyed me after a while. Like I was spinning my gears just like every time Majima would pop up, I would just get annoyed. I would get upset. I think that's why this game is so low for me is because I didn't like Majima everywhere. I don't remember any of the other mini games in the game as well. I think they redid Pocket Circuit Racing from Zero, which was like my least favorite mini game in Zero. I don't remember anything else really cool in this game. So yeah, it's just the story is great. Nishiki is a great villain. The introduction of everything, super sad ending, but just everything besides the story, I just didn't really care about. Next up, I have Yakuza 5. This one is the exact opposite of Kiwami, in my opinion, where I didn't care about the story. But the side stuff was so much fun. The taxi driving, the bear hunting, the Haruka idol missions. Peak. It was so much fun. And I recently beat Haruka's Amon in this game. It was the only Amon I've ever faced. It was so much fun. So good. Um, I remember the story being super, super convoluted though. And and like Akiyama was just kind of there in Haruka's chapter. Um, Saijima's part was boring in the jail. Same with 4, I didn't mention. Saijima's jail part was just boring. Same with 5. At least in 4, he had like a redeeming character from 3 come back and like had like a little bit of a cool like face turn. In this one, it was just kind of like it set up one of the major villains of the game. That's about it. But the story of this game was a little bit lesser, but the side stuff was so much more fun. Um, so yeah, that's why I have it ranked above Kiwami. And then next up, I have Kiwami 2. This one, it was a great game. I had a lot of fun playing it. This is where we really get into like, these are all good games. This is just my opinion now. Kiwami 2 was great. I loved the clan creator minigame. I loved the return of the cabaret club from Yakuza 0. I loved the story of the game, the introduction of a new love interest. The villain is amazing. Ryuji Goda is honestly my favorite Yakuza villain. And he's like he's just great. The fights with him are all fun to play. It was a great time. I really liked Yakuza Kiwami 2, and the epilogue to Majima's story with Makoto brought a tear to my eye. This was a phenomenal game, and honestly, I look back at it so fondly. It feels like it's low on the list. It's really not. It's just everything above this, in my opinion, I loved a lot more, including 6. 6 and 2 came out around the same time. Um, 6 just had more emotion in it. Haruka being in the hospital, that hurt my soul. The entire game, I was worried about Haruka. I loved the Grandpa Kiryu stuff with Haruto. Um, the the story was a lot of fun. This one, it was a perfect send off for Kiryu that didn't end up happening, but it was a perfect ending to Kiryu's story at the time. I really enjoyed the sorry. I really enjoyed this game. I and that's why it's here. Um, I don't know. There's not a lot to say about this one. The new map was really fun. I really liked it. This is probably going to be a unpopular opinion. Yakuza 3 is in my top 5. This game made me legit cry near the end of it. This game is so good. You know, it's not as serious with Kiryu focusing on his new life after Yakuza, um, and just the new map with Okinawa is so beautiful. Even if it's like the the game that released first, the least updated game graphics wise, it's a beautiful map. The villain of this game is phenomenal. Mine gets does not get enough support as he should, in my opinion. He's a great villain. This game is phenomenal. I will forever sing its praises. I also think because I was warned so much about this game is a little bit hard. It's a skill issue. Um, I didn't find this game that hard. I found some fights in Kiwami 1 and 0 harder than this game ever was. Um, just by this point, I was so good at the games. I didn't find this a challenge whatsoever. I found it challenging. I didn't find the game itself a challenge. Um, yeah, this is it's in my top 5. But yeah, I was warned to go back to this point. I was warned so much about how unplayable this game is and like how much harder it is. And then when I played it, I didn't find it that difficult. I found it a lot of fun and I loved the story. And I think that's why it's so high in my ranking, is because I went into it with a negative outlook, like dreading this game. And then I had a lot of fun with it. Number 4 is Infinite Wealth. This game is very convoluted. The villains are all over the place. There's more face and heel turns than any other Yakuza game. Um, but it's still a lot of fun. The side content with Don Doko and all the Kiryu's send off moments. Like this is what we think is going to be Kiryu's last game, right? And it was a phenomenal send off to him that pulled every emotion and heartstring out of me. Um, yeah, it's number four. It's not the best, you know. I do like Yakuza 3 and Yakuza 2's story better than this one and 6, but this one just had more great gameplay. They improved so much on the turn-based stuff. Great mini games, great emotional moments outside of the story, emotional moments in the story. Just a phenomenal game. Number three, and this is my top three now, I have Gaiden. This game is a lot of fun. I feel like the gameplay of this is absolutely phenomenal. It's perfect. It is what I want a Yakuza game to be like. And I think going forward they are, because the gameplay is very similar to Judgment and to and I'm sure Lost Judgment and to Pirate Yakuza as well. This game is phenomenal. The story was great. The ending made me sob on stream. uh, and Akane was a great supporting character. I loved doing the karaoke with her. She had an amazing song. I know I haven't mentioned karaoke much. This game's karaoke is peak. Yeah, it's my top three. I think maybe it's recency bias because I played it so recently. Um, but like when I think about this game, my heart hurts, and like man, like it made me angry a little bit too, but it made me sad, and they rectified it a little bit with Infinite Wealth with the ending of that game, but God, this game hurt. This game hurt my soul, especially being such a big fan of Yakuza 3. And this maybe is a hot take. Yakuza 0 is my number two. This game, everybody has sung the praises of this game. This game is phenomenal. Um, the introduction of Majima, I think, is the best scene in Yakuza history, in any game. I love this game. It's absolutely phenomenal. The story is peak. It's the first game most people will play, and it's just amazing. The mini games are great, from the cabaret club to the real estate stuff. The side characters, Takabana and Makoto, and the Majima's ending. Nishiki getting a bigger role in this game than he did in one. It's just, it is peak. It is an S tier game. It is phenomenal. It's my number two because, in my opinion, I loved Yakuza Like a Dragon more. It's the first game I played. I think it's a great introduction to the series if you don't want to go back and play 6 games prior to it. And Ichiban is my favorite protagonist and possibly my favorite character in the series. It's between him and Majima, but Like a Dragon is a just phenomenal game, a phenomenal story. Uh, the villain of this game is number two in my opinion. To Ryuji Goda's number one. Nishiki and Mine are both up there as well. But God, this game was great. Ichi, the crew. I didn't talk about the crew too much when I was talking about Infinite Wealth, but like they just feel like a great group of friends who are trying to do the right thing. And it's something that Yakuza doesn't have a lot of, but this game does so well. And of course, the mini games. You've got real estate. You've got Dragon Cart, the can collecting. Like, I think they're on top of the game with the mini games right now. It's like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, peak. This one has a lot better story than Infinite Wealth. Introduces the characters. so amazingly. I'm a huge fan of Like a Dragon, and it's my number one. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a like. Let me know if you want to see me rank more stuff. I've put a lot of thought into this. I've actually filmed this video. This is the third time I've filmed it because I just keep changing my mind on things. But yeah, I think Like a Dragon has always been number one, and Zero will always be my number two. Just because this was the first game that I played, and Zero was the first game that I streamed. And so they're both very special to me. And this series has become so special to me. Anyways, have a good rest of your day, everybody. I will see you when I see you. Bye bye.